Hello guys, this is Qiu Yang from EV Observer. EV Observer is a Chinese media covering electric vehicles reports. This is our first English video. From now on, I will continue to bring you China's EV news and analysis. As a beginning, I would like to share you our annual reports on Chinese EV markets, including 2023's review and 2024's forecast. First, let's focus on the overall market. In 2023, China's total sales of new energy vehicles reached 9.5 million units, a year-on-year increase of 38%. But the growth rate narrowed by more than half compared with 2022. However, the penetration rate of new energy vehicles in China has reached more than 30% in 2023, an increase of about 5 percentage points from 2022. Meanwhile, the average monthly insurance volume of new energy vehicles has gradually increased to 886,400 vehicles per month, nearly a million. Interestingly, from the perspective of market composition, pure electric models grew from 4 million units in 2022 to 4.9 million units in 2023, with a growth rate of 33.9%. Although plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, including range-extended electric vehicles, only sold 2.3 million units in 2023, the growth rate has reached an astonishing 85%, which is much higher than pure electric models. In fact, the high growth rate of PHEVs had already begun to take shape in 2022. At that time, its growth rate had already reached around 140%. Due to PHEVs having the advantages of low usage costs and no need to worry about charging, we stay optimistic about PHEV products in the next 2 to 3 years. After talking about the overall market, let's look at the sales of leading brand in the whole market. BYD ranked in first place with 2.4 million units and was way ahead of the second brand Tesla. Next comes to Aion, SGMW, and Li Auto. Together, they constitute the third group brands, and their sales are around 400,000 units. And it's worth mentioning that Li Auto was the only car company among the top 5 on this list that only relies on REV products. In pure electric list, Tesla Model Y is undoubtedly the first place, but in the list of top 20 pure electric models, BYD has 7 models. The proportion is as high as 35%. At the same time, in the list of PHEVs and REVs, BYD has as many as 9 models, accounting for 45%. All the models on sale by Li Auto have entered the top 7 on the list, which is also very impressive. Next, we come to segment market. According to China Passenger Car Association, B-segment SUVs takes up the biggest part of the whole NEV market in 2023 by 17.5%, followed by A-segment SUVs. Besides, there are 2 kinds of small markets worth of attention, as Chery Luxeed S7, Chery Exeed ES, Xiaomi SU7, Xiaopeng X9, Li Auto Mega, and other models are all going to enter C-segment sedan and MPV markets. The scale of these 2 markets is also very likely to achieve high growth this year. Taken together, the new energy vehicles in Chinese market are still in the stage of rapid growth, especially PHEVs and REVs products. Under this premise, combined with other data provided by various party structures, we also made our own predictions. In 2024, the overall sales of new energy vehicles, passenger car sales, and car insurance coverage will all increase by about 30%, which means that these 3 data will reach 12.5 million, 11.8 million, and 9.5 million units respectively. These 3 kinds of data represents different dimensions. The overall sales includes passenger car sales and other cars like taxis, trucks, buses. Then the amount of passenger car sales is usually slightly more than the amount of car insurance coverage due to the existence of car agencies. So basically, car insurance coverage represents the real units. Among them, based on the summary of various sources, we expected that BYD to seek to exceed 4 million vehicles in the new year. Li Auto and Idle have been reported to challenge the goals of 800,000 and 600,000 units, while NIO and XPeng's goals are 230,000 and 280,000 units respectively. It should be noted that these 2 data do not include NIO's sub-brand Alp and XPeng's Mona model. Both sub-brand models have been explored down to a certain extent, Theoretically, they can bring NIO and XPeng more room for imagination. In addition to sales continuing to maintain a high growth rate, we have also made several judgments. First, the price war will continue. The launch reduction measures launched on February the 19th by BYD Qin, SGMW Starlight, and other 100,000 yuan cars can prove that. In addition, intelligent driving will account for an increasing share of consumer purchasing decisions. XPeng, Aito, Li Auto, and NIO will also start large-scale generalization of urban NOA functions this year. Finally, 2024 will also be a great year of Chinese new energy brand to export. In the past few years, as the amount of China's new energy vehicles export increased, the trade protection thresholds of other countries are also constantly increasing. This forces Chinese car companies to gradually transform from complete vehicle export to full-scale export, industrial chain export, which means that Chinese car companies need to build factories, stores, after-sales service shops overseas, and even need to recruit their own supply chain partners to build local factories together. So that's all the content of this video. We will also update more interesting content in this English column in the future. Please follow us on X and YouTube. See you in the next video.